Well, let's go ahead, get a bit of a warm up in, get that body temperature up, and then we'll get started with the Bodyweight Bootcamp class today. Let's get going with just a boxer shuffle, heel to toe. You don't know, I like this one. It's a real nice, easy way to start out the morning, or whenever you're watching this. Hopefully be able to lose the layer here soon. And let's move to a forward lunge to a torso rotation. So step forward, sink down, rotate towards that leg, press back up. If you need to, you can kind of put pressure on the knee, rotate real quick, and then push back off the knee just to help you get up a little better. We're going to do about 5 on each side. Here's 3, and 3, and 4, and 4. Last one. And last one on the other leg. Nicely done. Next, let's do grass grabbers. Foot comes out. Hinge at your hips, sweep the floor, alternate legs. So knee stays relatively straight, it's not completely locked out. I don't want to give up my back and just completely round my back. I want to try to keep my chest up, get my hands as close to the floor as I can. Definitely not expecting to touch it. At least not today. We'll do a couple more on each side. So one more from wherever you're at now on each leg. Perfect. Next, let's do a top down kind of inchworm. So knees are straight. Let's walk it out. Give me a push up down here. Or from the knees, and then I want you to walk your hands back to your feet instead of the other way around. So we'll kind of get more shoulders, tricep warm up here, then hamstrings since we just got the back of the legs with those grass grabbers. Oh, sorry. I said do it the opposite way, then I did it the normal way. Walk it out, push up, hands back to your feet. Let's do one more. Perfect. Then let's do warm up the hips a little bit. So ankle and knee pull. I want you to grab the ankle and knee, pull it up. Squeeze that glute of the stance leg. Mobile hips or happy hips. That's what we're doing here. Remember, don't grab the ankle or don't grab the toe of the foot. Grab the ankle and that knee and kind of pull up as much as you can. Give it a little hold. We'll do one more on each side. Perfect. 2 more. Let's grab the ankle, pull and push. So a little quad and anterior core or ab stretch. Keep your core kind of braced. Don't give up your back when you go into this. So a lot of people want to overarch through it. Try to stay tight in your belly as you do this one. If you need to get close to something to help with that balance and just real quick pull and push, you can definitely do that. Let's do 2 more on each side. There's 1. There's the other, and one more from wherever you're at now. And then we'll almost have everything nice and warm. Good, so shake it out from there. Last thing, shoulder circles. We're gonna start going forwards. Keep them small, we'll slowly get them bigger, and we'll go backwards. That'll be it for the warm up. We'll go ahead and get into the workout. So let's go ahead and make them bigger now. Take them a little bigger than that. And then let's get ready to overlap them. Keep those elbows straight if you can, and make them as big as you can. Maybe about 3 or 4. Shake it out. Same thing going backwards. Start now. Keeping them nice and tight to start. Let's make them a little bigger. A little bigger than that. And then let's overlap them. Nicely done. Shake it out, y'all. And then grab a little bit of water. Make sure you have a towel handy. We're gonna definitely be working up a sweat today. If you want it, that is. And then we're gonna go ahead and get into the workout itself. Basically what we're doing is we're gonna do 2 different strength sets. The first one is gonna be every 2 minutes for 8 minutes. So there's gonna be 4 rounds of this. We're doing a shrimp squat, which is basically just a single leg squat. So what I want you to do, there's a couple, I'm gonna show you the hardest first, and then I'll show you some modifications you can do. So the hardest is gonna be to actually hold the ankle. I don't even have the ability to do that one. So, but I wanna get close to a wall or something, and then I'm gonna try to come down as far as I can without touching that foot down. Okay, so that's the hardest version. Notice I'm staying on the top of my foot as I push my hips back and squat. That's the hardest way. The other way is gonna be taking a staggered stance. Try to put the least amount of weight through that back leg as you can. And so it's kind of a split squat. So that's a version. And then the last one can be just a reverse lunge, where you're actually kind of putting about 30% of the weight on that back leg as you come back. I want you to shoot for 8 on each leg. Start with your weak leg first. So that's the first move that you have 2 minutes to do. And then the second one is a push up to a T. So we're gonna be down here. You can go from your feet or from your knees. We're gonna go push up, making sure we are squeezing the glutes, keeping the core tight, screwing those hands into the floor. When I come down and push back up, I'm gonna rotate to a T. So notice my feet kind of stay side by side. I'm in this T position and I come back down, do the same thing on the other side. From the knees, it's gonna look like this, interlace the feet, push up, rotate, get those feet towards the floor, up to that T, keep your hip up. We're getting some side core here, obliques. And we're doing that for 4 on each side, alternating a total of 8. So those 2 things are what we have 2 minutes to do for 4 rounds. So hopefully that makes sense. Then we'll get into the next, the second strength set, which is every minute on the minute, 3 different tasks that we roll through in a circuit. And then we'll finish with the final conditioning piece, which is 10 minutes. And we'll just have an AMRAP. So kind of what you're typically used to doing with Joe. So hopefully that all makes sense. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna lose a layer real quick, and then we'll get into it. Hopefully y'all are feeling warm. And if not, we'll fix that real quick. So let's get ready to do our shrimp squat going in 3, 2, 1, go. We got 2 minutes, so we're doing 8 shrimp squats on one leg or reverse lunges, 8 on the other. Remember, weak leg first. Make sure that toe's pointed forwards. Equal bend in the hips and the knees. Once you got 8, switch to the other side. 8. So since we don't have weights, it's kind of why I opted for the shrimp, where we're not putting nearly as much weight through that back leg. So really challenge yourself to make the front leg do all the work here. And then once you got that, come on down, give me those push-up, do that T rotation, 4 on each side, 8 all together. We got 1 minute to go. So it kind of pays to find a good challenging pace. Try your best to hold it throughout this 8 minutes. Perfect, y'all. Make sure on that T rotation, you're keeping your core nice and tight. Like someone's gonna punch you in the stomach. Keep those hips up. We got 30 seconds to go. And then we're gonna roll through that same thing again. So grab water if you finished. If you're still going, I want you to take off a rep for the shrimp squat. We're gonna keep moving the reps around until you get at least 30 seconds to rest of every 2 minutes. So 3, 2, 1. All right, next 2 minutes starts now. We're back to the shrimp squat. This is kind of what builds in that difficulty, because we only have 2 minutes to get those 2 moves done. Notice I'm trying to keep my chest up. Keep that back flat. If I can get down to the floor with that other knee, that's great. If not, just try to get as close as you can. And so you could kind of keep it more of that reverse lunge, like here. Focus on pushing through the middle of your foot closer to your heel. So I want you to try to avoid letting that heel come up off the floor of that front leg. 8 on one leg, 8 on the other. Then we got to push up the T. Keeping that core tight. Making sure those elbows point slightly behind us. Remember, if you need to, go from the knees, rotate. Make sure you got a soft floor for that. Almost there, y'all. 30 seconds to go. Good. All right, we're 2 sets down, 2 to go. Then we'll have a full minute to rest. Round 3 of our first strength set is going in 3, 2, 1, begin. Remember, weak leg first. Soften that knee up. Then push your hips back like you're going to sit in a chair. Push through the entire foot. So not through the toe, through the heel. Keep it going, y'all. Nice work. Minute 25. Remember, adjust those reps if you need to. I want it to be tough, but I don't want you to have no rest in between. Just over a minute to go, y'all. So remember, your second move is that push up to T rotation. Stay with it. Whew. Good job, y'all. So that was round 3. We got 30 more seconds to rest. If you're done, or if you're still going, that's good too. Remember, adjust those reps if you need to for this last set. I want you to have at least 30 seconds to rest. So if that means taking off a rep or 2 on that push-up to T, maybe doing 6 instead of 8, that's fine. Do what you got to do to make it your own. All right, last round. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get after it. Softening that knee up, driving those hips back. Let's make sure that knee is tracking the toe. Don't let it come in on you. Really grab the ground with that foot. Drive that big toe into the floor. Switching to the other leg. Woo. If you lose your balance, just catch it real quick. Nice work, y'all. Last round here. About 1:10 to go. Focus on that good push-up technique. Elbows come behind us at an angle, so about 60 degrees off to one side. And I do that by really screwing my hands into the ground. That'll activate that chest more. Take it away from the shoulders. Home stretch here. Keep pushing, y'all. Finish strong. Almost done with this first strength set. 30 seconds to go. And of course, once you finish up with those 8 or 4 on each side, or however many you're doing for those push-up to T's, grab some water. You finish our strength set number 1. Great job, y'all. Catch your breath. We got 1 minute to rest starting now. And then we're going to get into our second strength set. And then we'll finish up, like I said, with 10 minutes of cardio kind of conditioning work. All right, let me tell you what we got next. So we got a 12-minute EMOM coming up next. That's every minute on the minute. We got a first minute task, second minute task, third minute task. We're gonna roll through that for a total of 4 rounds, 12 minutes. First move is gonna be a crossbody, single leg Romanian deadlift with a knee drive. So here's what it's gonna look like. You got an option here. Hardest is gonna be floating the leg. So I'm gonna come across my body, keep my chest up, come down, but then come up and drive. Modify this if you need to. Take a split stance. So I still got most of my weight on my front leg, similar to the shrimp squat we were doing. Same thing, reach across the body, keep the chest up, rotate a little bit, come up, drive. Opposite elbow comes forward, right? So the full move is here. Really sitting back into that hip. We're gonna do 5 on one leg, 5 on the other. Like so. And then that's the first minute. Second minute, we're on the floor. We're doing reverse snow angels. So we're doing 10. Remember, you can just do the arms if you want, or you can do the legs as well. So the legs come out as the arms come down, and then they come back together when the arms go overhead. 10 of those for the second minute of every round. And then the last minute, we're gonna pop up into a high plank, squeeze the glutes, keep the core tight, and we're just gonna do 45 seconds of plank walks. So notice with the plank walks, I'm just kind of moving one, then the other. The further you go out and walk, the harder it's gonna be. So keep it nice and tight to start. And then if you wanna make it harder, you can make your steps longer and longer. All right, y'all. So we are going with the first minute task of those cross-body single leg RDL to high knee drives. Man, that's a mouthful. 5 on each leg. Start with your weak leg first. Weak leg being the front leg. And we're going in 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm gonna take staggered stance. I'm gonna reach across my body, come up, drive the knee up to the elbow. 5 on this side, 5 on the other. Notice I'm not giving up my back as I go down. So try to keep that thing flat. Switch legs once you get 5. Remember, if I want, I can float the leg behind me, make it harder. Whew. I don't know about y'all, but it's already hard enough. Once you got 5 and 5, shake it out. Enjoy the last 15 seconds of this minute to rest. And then we're moving to the floor, to our stomach for those reverse snow angels. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Give me 10 of these. Go nice and slow. I want you squeezing everything on the back side of your body. So squeeze the glutes, squeeze those shoulder blades together in this bottom position. Look down at the floor. Don't look up. That'll crank your neck. Your neck's not gonna like that. Once you get 10, enjoy the rest of the minute, which we have 30 seconds of, as rest. Of course, grab some water if you need it. And then we're going to be in that plank position for the final minute of this first round. Remember, we're doing 4 here. So stay with me. I'm sure this first one felt easy. We're definitely going to start getting more tired as we get into this though. So just focus on consistent quality form. All right, and we're in plank position and we're going with our walkouts. So we're gonna stay here. We're gonna attempt to do it for anywhere between 30 and 45 seconds. I'll tell you there. Squeeze those glutes, keep your core tight. Only walk your hands out as far as you can get yourself back. And I know I've gone too far when my hips start sagging or I just can't get my hands back to the start. All right, 30 seconds is up. Try to hold it for another 15 if you can. Keep those glutes squeezed, keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, shake it out, y'all. Quick 15 seconds. And we're coming back to that crossbody RDL to knee drive. 3, 2, 1. All right, give me that hip hinge. Push those hips back. Feel that stretch in your hamstring. Then drive that leg up. Keep your core tight. Five on one side, 5 on the other. There's a lot going on here. So we're working on a little bit of rotation with that body. And then some rotation through the hip a little bit to get those hamstrings firing. Good. All right, we got 15 seconds left in this first minute. And we're going to the floor. We got a reverse snow angel going in 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, we're going for 10. It could be just arms, where you're squeezing in the bottom here, or you can get your legs involved too. Completely up to you. Regardless of which one you do, I want you squeezing that back as hard as you can. Once you got those 10, pop on up. Stay on the floor though, because we're going to move into that plank walkout. We got 20 seconds to catch our breath. And then we're going to hop into that high plank, start doing our plank walks. Remember, glutes stay squeezed whether you're going from your knees or from your feet. Core stays nice and braced. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Remember to keep breathing. Try not to hold your breath. I don't want anybody turning red on me, even though I can't see you. Focus on your breathing and staying as tight as you can in those glutes to prevent that hip sag. And remember, we can always do this from the knees as well. I still want to keep those glutes as tight as I can get them. All right, y'all, 10 more seconds here for 45 seconds. Home stretch, we're almost there for this second round. And time. Whew. All right, quick turnaround. We're going to set number 3, or round number 3 of this second strength set. So back to our crossbody RDLs. Going down. Across the body. Further you can reach across, the better, as long as you're not rounding your back too much. A little bit of round is okay. Turtle showing it is not. So drive that knee up towards the ceiling. Meet it with the opposite elbow. Then 5. Whoop. 5 on the other side. Whew. Really test and balance here as well. So if you need to reset before coming up, just kind of like do a tap in between and then drive up. That'll work too. That's what I'm having to do on this side. Whew. All right, now we're to our reverse snow angels. It's coming fast now. Stay with me. This is our 3rd round. We only got 1 more after this. Stay strong. Give me those 10 snow angels. Elbows are straight as I can get them. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We got 30 seconds left. If you got your 10 done, congrats. You get the rest of the minute to rest. Oh, I don't know about y'all, but I'm breathing pretty heavy for this just being strength. All right, y'all, let's get ready. Plank walkout. Second and last time doing this one. 3, 2, 1. Go. Remember, only walk those hands as far as you can get yourself back. If you need to, just hold an active rest position with this front plank. You go from the knees to, just keep that core tight. Keep those glutes squeezed. Remember, you want to advance it up. Walk those hands out as far as you can. Then back to the start. We got 30 seconds down, y'all. 15 to go. Home stretch. Stay with it. Almost there for this plank walkout. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, work it back up to standing. We got 1 more round. You made it this far. Don't quit on me yet. We got our last round of those cross-body RDLs. 3, 2, 1, go. So reaching across that body, making sure I'm keeping my chest up. I don't have to touch the floor. I only want to go down as far as I can keep that back flat. 5 on one leg, 5 on the other. Whew. Catch that balance. Grab that floor with your foot. Stay with it, y'all. 20 seconds to go here. Good. All right, last round of these reverse snow angels. Go ahead, get in position. We got 10 of them. Then we're done with them. 3, 2, 1, go. So remember, slow and controlled here. Keep those elbows straight if you can. Make that the widest kind of circle around your body with those arms as you can. Make sure you're looking down at the floor. I know the tendency is definitely going to be able to look up at your screen, but once you know what you're doing, try to avoid that. Once you got 10, pop on up to your knees, catch your breath real quick, and then we just got one more set of this 45 seconds of plank walkout, and then we got a full minute to rest. So we're definitely over the halfway point. Y'all are doing great. Stay with it. Almost done with this strength set number 2. All right, 3, 2, 1. Plank walkout going now. Feet are hip width apart. Hands are shoulder width apart. Keeping those glutes nice and tight. Breathing behind it. Home stretch, y'all. That's 30 seconds. Hang with me, battle it out. We got 10 more seconds. I know it's hard, I know it's burning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Woo! Good job, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but my shoulders are burning. All right, y'all, towel off if you've got one, grab some water, enjoy the next minute to rest, and then we are gonna get into the last part of the class with this final 10 minutes. And just for the sake of time, we'll cut it down to about, we'll take 1 minute off that. So it'll be a 9-minute AMRAP, as many rounds of this as you can get. We're doing 5 skaters. All right, so 5 on each side, 10 all together. You can step, give me a curtsy if you want, or you can actually stay hovered and give me that skater hop. 5 of those, then we've got 10 half burpees. Hands come down, step out, or kick out, and then back up over your head. So step out, step back in, hop. Give me 10 of those. And then the very last thing is gonna be on our back, another ab exercise. Hands come underneath the butt, and we're doing flutter kicks. So point the toes. You can pick your shoulder blades up off to make it harder, or you can rest your head and just do your legs. Notice my feet are only coming up, maybe 6 inches at most. I want 50 of those kicks. I know it sounds like a lot, but you can get them done in about 30 seconds, 50 on each. Those are our 3 moves. So we've got our skaters, 5 per side, our half burpee, 10, and then our flutter kicks for 50. All right, y'all, let's get to it. Starting with our skaters. 3, 2, 1, go. 5 on each side. Then once you've got those skaters done, we're doing our half burpees. Step out. If you need to, step back in. Come up. Give me that little calf raise. Or if you want to take it up, kick out, kick back in, hop up. 10 of these. Catch your breath. Remember, go at your own pace here. When you're ready, plop it down. We got our flutter kicks as the last move of this little conditioning block. Point those toes. Keep your core tight. Push that low back into the floor. Give me 50 flutters on each leg. And I know what you're thinking. Do I really have to count all 50? You don't have to, but it definitely makes it more challenging, and it takes your mind off the burning that's happening here. But if you wanted to, just go until you get a really good burn and you can't keep going. That would work as well, of course. All right, y'all, 2 minutes down. Remember, work at your own pace. We got our 10 skaters, or our 5 on each side, 10 altogether. We got our 10 half burpees, and then we got our 50 flutter kicks. See how many rounds you can get. Last part of the class. Dig deep. Remember, you want to go easier on the joints. Give me that step out, that calf raise. Whew. Ten of these. Take rest when you need it. Whew. I don't know about y'all, but after those skaters and those burpees, I am out of breath. Remember, do what you need to do to catch your breath. And then when you're ready, hop back into it. Remember, our last move of these 3 are the flutter kicks. Working those abdominals. Really drive that low back into the floor. Do your best to keep it pressed in there. And remember, you can get them higher. They'll be a little easier up here because you don't have gravity pushing down quite so much. Keep those knees straight if you can. All right, y'all, we're over halfway. Stay with me. We got 4 minutes to go here. As many rounds as we can get in this final 4 minutes of class with these skaters, these half burpees, and the flutter kicks. You made it this far. Don't quit on me yet. We don't call it conditioning for nothing. I want you pushing yourself hard. I want you breathing really heavy by the time we finish this final 4 minutes. Remember, whichever version of this half burpee you do, when you kick out, try your best not to let your hips sag. I still want that good plank position here when you're all the way outstretched, and don't give that up when you're coming back in. Good job, y'all. Whew. Keep pushing. Almost there. We got just over 2 minutes to go. Finish everything strong, y'all. You got this. Keep that core nice and tight on these flutter kicks. Remember, if my low back starts coming up off the floor, kind of bring knees into the chest for a second. Help relax those abdominals. And then you can come back out, pick up where you left off. Remember, the lower they are, a little harder, higher, a little easier. Definitely not easy, but just less gravity pushing down on those legs. All right, y'all, final minute. Let's see how far we can get. Push yourself, finish strong. Almost there. Remember, big step, curtsy, lower impact. Then we got our half burpee. See if we can get as many as we can in this last 30 seconds. This is it. You can see the finish line. Sprint through it. 15 seconds to go. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Woo! Good job, y'all. Way to finish strong. Hands on the hips. Walk it out. Catch your breath. Whew. I don't know about y'all, but I am sweating like a pig. All right, keep pacing. Give me some deep breaths into the nose, out through the mouth. Slow that heart rate down. Do a couple stretches for the whole body, and then we'll finish. Couple more deep breaths. Remember, really doing that diaphragmatic breathing, where we're in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth, will automatically start lowering that heart rate for us. And we want to keep moving just so that the blood doesn't pool up. Then now that we've hopefully caught your breath a little bit, and you're not breathing as heavy as I am still, I want you to hinge at your hips. We'll go for just that hamstring stretch. So reach for the toes, knees stay straight. Relax that head. Couple more seconds here. Perfect. Then get near a wall or something. We'll do a crossover glute stretch. So ankle on opposite thigh. Sit those hips back. Woo, feel that stretch in that glute. Deepen that hip. We'll keep it standing today for this post-workout stretch. Be nice to you since we did all that up and down at the end there with those half burpees and those flutter kicks, and then back up to the skaters. All right, y'all switch legs. Remember, you can push down a little bit on that knee if you want more of a stretch, or you'll feel it a little higher, deeper in the hip. But really good work today. I'm proud of y'all. That was tough. We had a lot of good full body strength work for those first 20 minutes. And then we really got after it with those more fast-paced cardio kind of conditioning type exercises to finish. All right, come on out of that. Let's do a chest stretch. Clasp those hands behind your back, press down. And then you can even pull them up to get a better stretch, just more enhanced stretch. All right, y'all, then let's forward fold. And then let those hands come down. Just relax. I want you just to shift your weight from side to side. And then come on up, reach for the sky, come up on your tippy toes, reach. And then one more forward fold. And then come on back to center. And that is it for the post-workout stretch. Thanks so much for coming.